Hello and welcome back to the port. I'm the Gav Major and this is WoWs Weekly. WoWs Weekly is the weekly Thursday morning video, although obviously that might depend on your time zone. And basically it covers news of the game in the week past and news of the game coming up, and also a little bit of channel admin every now and then. I guess first of all the big thing to obviously note is that we are into the October patch. So if you've missed out on the patch notes or anything like that, then you can always check out the live stream that I did in regards to reviewing the patch notes, and that'll be carded top right now. Also, for this week, we have seen the Tier 5 US battleship West Virginia become available in the store. Now, she's going to be available for 10,000 doubloons until an unknown end date. So basically, she's here until they tell us they're going to take her away. But she's also available in 2 bundles in store. Now, I won't be purchasing her, so therefore there won't be a review of the West Virginia on the channel. However, I did do a quick stats review, and that was in the first look. Now, if you want to check that out, feel free. It will be timestamped in the description of the first look live stream, and that'll be carded top right now. Now on today, so obviously we're moving on to some more recent news, but within the next hour, so at 7 AM UTC, there will be a server update. So if you're playing shortly after this is released, however you may be watching this late in the day, but just be aware that you may get booted out of the game around 7 AM UTC. I'll let you convert that for your own time zone as you please. Now, Weekly Havoc, obviously we have received a breakdown for that, and that will be linked in the description, but one thing to obviously just quickly say is it will be the same every week. So if you do find a way of getting into the swing of it, then feel free to obviously crack on and keep doing it that way. Now, information regarding the Halloween event is expected to be teased. Oh wow, teased release this time next week on the 15th of October. So again, that's something to watch out for. Now, the information is coming out on the 15th, and the event will start on the 19th. Obviously, what that also means is that the Russian destroyer that will be available for tabs will also become available from the 19th, I assume. So therefore that's going to be possibly of interest to some people, so I look forward to actually seeing that information being released. It'll probably come out sometime after WoWs Weekly next week. Also, if it does interest you, as some of you may obviously be getting some of the Halloween crates already, the container drop rates are available online, so that will also be linked down in the description. Now, one thing for some of you more YouTube savvy of you, you may be interested in the World of Warships Legends stream, which will be happening on the 9th. That's tomorrow. So that's happening at 3 PM UTC. I'll allow you to convert for your own time zone. So that might be quite interesting to see the World of Warships community managers go through some of the changes that have happened, and also to spotlight some of the potential future ships slash the premiums and things like that. Now obviously we don't have all of the information as yet in regards to what's coming when, but considering that we've had the West Virginia available from week 1, we're going to probably have the Ognevy, the Russian Soviet destroyer, available from week 3. I'm going to assume that HMS Cheshire will be available from week 5, which will be the 2nd of November. That's just my guess, and also that you would usually fit into the normal trend we have where British premium ships don't become available until the last week of the patch. It just seems to be a trend. HMS London came very late in the patch. Last week, the very last week of it. I think Cossack came in the last week of her patch. I think Exeter came in the second to the last week of her patch. So it just seems to be a theme. I don't think it's intended, but it does just seem a bit like a theme with any kind of British premium ship being released late in the patch instead of early. Whether it's because they're more successful or whether they're not, I'm not quite sure. does intrigue me though, that it does seem to be a consistent thing that they keep doing. Well, that covers off the news of the game in almost like the week coming up, and also the week we're in / past, if you take it that way. And just going on to channel news, there's lots on my to-do list. It's simply just making it a matter of time in order to actually get everything recorded, but I also have to try and split some of my time between actually cranking on with the game, which at the moment I am a little bit behind. I haven't been able to play as efficiently or as much as I would normally like to, so I do hope that will change in the next couple of days. And as well, basically it's going to be business as usual. I've got lots of ideas of what to record, it's just simply a matter of time and sitting down and recording them. Well, if you have enjoyed this week's WoWs Weekly, feel free to give it a thumbs up. More than likely you are a subscriber, so I'd like to say thank you for your continued support and contributions and comments. It's always much appreciated. And I would also like to say that if you're not a subscriber but you do kind of like these weekly updates, feel free to subscribe. You can always tick that bell, which allows you to get notifications if that tickles your fancy. Now, obviously, you can always send in your own captures for our community videos, which are on a Monday, and our email address will be down in the description, along with all the other links that I've mentioned. And you can also support the channel on Patreon if you so wish. Well, on the assumption that nothing really interesting happens towards the end of this game, I will let you go. So until next time, I'm the Gareth Major, and back to the port. Well, I didn't mean to keep you, but that was quite an amusing game in the Trento, the Tier 5 Italian tech tree cruiser. Definitely am preferring her with the new Italian smokescreen. As you saw, I managed to use it to save myself when approaching that New Mexico. Managed to get myself 4 kills and 66,000 damage. I'm quite happy with that. Top of the team. Okay, fair enough. And made myself a decent profit. Oh well. Until next time, I'm the Gareth Major, and back to the port.